Hi, I'm Spank. This is the Shure MV7. Here's the box it came in. There was some stuff inside. All right. Spank Gaming here, guys. Twitch streamer. I do stream to Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I always kick those off at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I do a bonus stream on Saturday, which is our community day. We all get together and play games together. That kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. Bringing you this video today on the Shure MV7, and I think we can all agree this is a sexy microphone. It sounds great. It looks great. Great camera presence. And I always said that the number one thing about any video that you put out there on the internet, whether it's live streaming or YouTube content, is audio is king. And when you're live streaming, you want people to be able to hear you and hear you clearly. Now, the quality that this microphone brings is astonishing. But what's even cooler is that there's room for growth. Featured on the back of this microphone is a USB port, which you can plug into USB Type-C or a regular USB port on your PC. Now, that leaves it open so that you could use this for your phone or your tablet. However, if you're going to use it for the phone or the tablet, you're going to have to set it up on a PC first and get the levels just how you want them. And then you'll be able to use it onto a mobile or tablet device. I haven't tested this personally, so if it doesn't work, I'm sorry, but I know that they're intending to make it work that way, and they might have a fix for it if it doesn't work. Now, for the PC, having a USB to start out with is almost essential because not everybody is going to go out and buy an XLR interface, whether it be the actual TC Helicon Go XLR or some other kind of, some other kind of audio interface that has an XLR on it. Now, when you're just first starting out streaming, you're most likely going to use the USB functionality. That's where this thing shines, is that it has astonishingly great, the quality that it produces through USB is incredible. And that leaves you room to grow into a bigger, better interface, audio interface, such as a Go XLR or something fun like that, without having to upgrade the mic as well. So this is coming in at $250, so you'll spend a little bit more than that after tax, of course, but at $250, this mic is, there's no competition for it. The only competition that would be for this microphone, and I'd say it's in its class of its own, is the Elgato Wave 3. The Elgato Wave 3 is just a USB microphone, and it does come with some pretty cool software that, you can change all the audio mixes for all kinds of things. It's a great USB microphone, and I would go ahead and say that when USB to USB, that is the best microphone out there. This microphone is for those that plan on growing in the future into something like an XLR interface. Now, let's go ahead and get into the features that the Shure MV7 offers you through USB. Okay, now I have plugged in the Shure MV7 via USB. The sound you're hearing now is the sound that you get when you plug it into USB. I think it sounds pretty damn good, and I actually do like the lights on top. I like this touch panel right here that you can turn the gain up and down with. You can turn down, 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 and back up, up, up. I really like that feature. It is a really, really neat feature. Let me turn the gain back up. There we go. It's kind of clunky, though. It's not the best thing. I just had to go into the app there to get it back to the number that I wanted. But it is a pretty cool feature. Also, we have the push to mute button over here on the side. And we're back. So there you go. That's kind of a nice feature. I know a lot of people like to just kind of reach up and mute their mics. Kind of the cool thing about the The HyperX Quadcaster is the little push to mute on top. You can boop, mute the microphone. So this is Shure's version of that. And then you also have the touch panel on the other side, a little button that you can press again. And that, you see the lights just turned orange and green. That's going to be the monitor mix, so that you can monitor your audio in real time via the headphone jack on the back of the microphone. This is a good way to test the audio levels before you go live, or you can just do some test recordings instead of test streams, and you can see how your audio sounds when you're playing a game or playing music, and you want to make sure that your audience is going to be able to hear you. So now we'll go back to the gain level. All I did was tap that same button again, and so yeah, this microphone, it sounds really, really good plugged into USB. But let me go ahead and let's jump into the Shure Motive app. Here we are in the Shure Plus Motive desktop application for PC and Mac. Now, this program actually offers quite a bit of functionality for your Shure MV7. Now, as you see here, we're in the manual mode. We also have our mic mute right here. We can mute the mic, but we also have mic gain, where we can use this little slider to make our Shure MV7 a little bit louder or quieter. It's up to you, but typically, especially in like say OBS, you want to set it to where the meter barely touches the yellow. At your loudest normal streamer like voice, your loudest streamer voice, you want that to peak into the yellow, but you don't want it to go too deep into the yellow. So make sure you play with this gain and get it set to where you're coming into the yellow, but not all the way in. And you will have to add a little bit of a noise gate if you have a lot of noise going on around you in the house, such as kids running around, dog, PC fans, whatever that is. But like I said, the dynamic microphone does a really good job of canceling out a lot of that background noise. And then moving on down here, we have the EQ. Now, you'll notice that this EQ looks a lot like the Shure SM7B on the back. So you have a flat curve here, and you have what is called a high pass right here. So if we click on the high pass, you're going to hear that it is a little bit different sounding. I don't know if it's bassier or higher. I can't really tell. But then we have right here what is called the presence boost. Now, the presence boost is going to bring in more of those midtones and those highs and clear up my voice quite a bit and get rid of a lot of the bass. And then we're going to go to the high pass and presence boost. So this is just going to make things sound a little bit louder, in my opinion. Brings out some more of the highs and some of the mids. Almost a clearer sound, but I like it right here on the flat. So we're going to set it back to the flat. We also have a limiter, which from what I understand kind of limits how loud the microphone can get, which could keep you from clipping or peaking, which is not a good thing. Now, they do have a compressor on here. They have a light version of the compressor, which is going to make your microphone a little bit louder. And then you have a medium version of the compressor, which is going to make it a little bit louder. And then full compression, which is going to make it quite a bit louder. I don't suggest doing this unless you absolutely have to, or you have a strong desire to, or it meets your use case scenario. So we're going to go ahead and turn that all the way off. Now, on the other side of the app, we have what is called auto level. Now, auto level is a pretty cool feature if you don't want to mess around with any of the manual settings. You have right here what is called the monitor mix, and this is again where you can listen in on your microphone and see if it's too loud or too quiet. You can make your adjustments here. At least you can hear it. So that's just monitoring. This is not the gain. I'm sorry if I confused you. Now, this right here is where you set up if you're near or far away from the microphone. Now, with this microphone, I'm going to suggest that you be right up on this microphone. Have good microphone technique. But if that is impossible for you, you do have this option to go too far. Now, with far engaged, the microphone, no matter where the microphone is in relation to my face, is always going to try and pick up my voice. But in doing so is going to crank up the gain and create what is known as a noise floor. And we're back up to the face, and we're back up on near. Okay, and now down here we have different tones that we can set for our voice. We have the dark tone, which is going to be darker and richer. It's going to be bassier, lower tone. And then we have bright, which is going to be more kind of high pass style sound. It's going to take a lot of that bass out of our voice and accentuate more of our midtones and our highs. And then back on natural. So that's the Shure Plus Motive app and the USB functionality of this microphone. Let's go ahead and jump back on over to the XLR. Now we're back to the Shure MV7 hooked up through my Go XLR into OBS. This is a phenomenal mic, and if I were to start over streaming all over again, this would be the mic that I would choose. Mostly because of the growth that is available in this microphone. Like I said before, starting out with a USB, then graduating into a professional XLR interface later on down the road. If I was planning on sticking with just USB, I would go with the Elgato Wave 3, but that's not my use case scenario. We are here because we needed to get rid of my condenser microphone. Now we are talking on the Audio Technica AT2020. This is currently hooked up to my Go XLR, which we just heard, and you can tell that there's quite a big difference in dynamic and condenser microphones. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support. Please hit up the links down below. I put links in for the Shure MV7 and my Twitch and my Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord. We're trying to grow that community. I'm trying to hit Discord partner by next year. Again, thank you so much. Happy streaming, everybody. Good luck out there, and I'll see you in the next one. It's too girthy. It'll get caught on my molars. Are you sure? Yeah, this thing is. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I know you're gonna clip that. Anyways.